Hello and welcome to another video. Now, we are, I think, 2021 videos completed in our AWS series. Now, it's time for some projects, right? Now, for building those projects, we need to understand some concepts. So, I will make one or two conceptual videos where I explain you the things. For example, first project will be on how to deploy our static website on S3. Now, for that, you need to know what is S3, right? So, for that, we will understand that. In this video, we're going to understand what is S3, some features of it, and in the later video, we're going to start a project. Now, this series will be in this kind of form. We will understand some concepts on the fly, and then we will dive into the projects, and during the building of the project we will understand some more things along the way. I think this approach will be much better rather than just explaining you it theoretical and just giving you random examples. So why not just apply everything on a project and just learn through it as we go, right? So what is S3? Let's just start that in this video, shall we? So S3 is a simple storage device. Now, what do I mean by that? A simple storage device? Well, it is just a simple storage in which we keep our data. Now, what type of data? Well, our images. Whenever we are hosting a website, we have some images, we have some HTML files, CSS files, right? And we also have some JavaScript, maybe, right? And videos, obviously. That kind of data we put in S3. Now, S3 is, we can put data anywhere, right? So why S3? Well, S3 comes with a lot of pre-built features. So one of them is security. It is very secure, and there are various tools available to enhance that security as well. Okay, first is security. Second one is very fast access. Now S3 allows us to access that data in milliseconds time, so we can access that very fast. Even if we are building a huge project, we can rely on S3 for data access. Now, for example, if you are building a real-time gaming kind of application, we rely on S3. We can do that because it can retrieve data in milliseconds, and that is very ideal for us. Number three is it also attach a location tag. So imagine S3 is like a bucket. Is it has its own name, and by the way, that name is globally unique. So if your name is 1234, and so in the world, anyone, no one can use that 1234 name. Isn't that very interesting? So these buckets names are globally unique. So it attach a global unique name to your bucket. It attaches location to your bucket, where your bucket is actually located, and it attaches security protocols to it as well. So, and fast data. So all these are benefits of AWS S3. Now there are various types of S3 storage classes, and it depends on what kind of use case we have. So let's jump on types of S3 classes. Now number one is S3 standard. Now this is a general purpose S3 bucket that we use, for example, to keep our images, to keep our videos and all of that website stuff, and we need that millisecond access. Also, this is used when we try to retrieve data very frequently. For example, if we are visiting, not we, the users are visiting our website daily, so we need that frequent data access. So for that general purpose use, we use S3 standard, I would say. The second one is standard IA. Now this is used when we need data that is that won't be accessible for very frequently. For example, if we have some data backups, we won't need them regularly, but we will need them maybe once a month or twice a month. For these kind of data, we use this standard IA, I would say. Third one is one zone IA. Now this kind is used when we need less frequently used data. For example, we can use it for secondary backups, so the data is still accessible in milliseconds, and it is used for data that can be recreated. That means if one data is destroyed, we can access another one. So for the secondary backups, this is the very good and ideal option as well. Fourth one is intelligent tiering. Now this actually for the data that has unknown or changing access. So for example, um, it will move our data according to how often we access them. So it automatically assign tiers to them, whether the data should be in IA or one zone A or the standard one. That's why it is named as intelligent. The fifth one is glacier instant retrieval. Now, this is used when we have data that is very rare to use, that is used maybe once a quarter. So, it is used for long term archive data. We also have that millisecond access in that as well. The lowest cost storage option. It is used when we want to access data, but not very quickly, not very frequently. Sixth one is glacier flexible retrieval. Now, it was Glacier S3 previously, now it's changed its name. And this is used for the data that we will access probably once a year. So, very old or very less frequent data. Now, we can store that in this. It has minutes or couple hours access time. It is also for longer term backups, but the access time is some 12 hours or more than that. So that's why it is cheaper than the rest of it. It is used for storing that historical records for maybe government records, or that we won't be accessed anytime soon. Oh, so very huge list, right? And maybe confusing, but don't just remember everything. Just remember the standard S3 that we will be using on our all of our projects. So that's S3. Okay, so that's it for this video, and I will see you in the next one. So stay tuned for that.